All right, what's going on, everyone? SBN Lifestyle here. This video is for anyone who is a creator or does any of the arts at all. It doesn't matter what you do. Uh, I'm an artist myself, and there's too much stuff today for us to use as creators. It's so oversaturated that it's kind of hard to just create something. It's kind of hard to just put out one thing because there's so much stuff. There's way too many options for people like me. And I know a lot of you may not be artists. A lot of you may be, I don't know. But I think limiting yourself is better than giving yourself so many options. Because when you have too many options, it causes confusion and chaos, and you can't just be what you want to be and do what you want to do and create what you want to create. You're so worried about, can it sound better? And I'm speaking for myself. I'm so worried about, can I get this to sound better? Is there another better sound that's better than this sound that I'm already using? And when I do this, it just causes me to not create stuff, and it causes me to not put things out there and just do it the way that I do it, because there's way too many options. And people say the more options, the better, and the bigger, the better, and all these things. I'm a less is more kind of guy. Give me a couple good drum sounds, give me a couple good synths, a couple good, instruments and effects, vocal effects, one-shot hits, orchestral samples, and then let me have the ability to, manipulate my vocals the way that I want to with a couple compressors and other effects, and let me create with that. I don't want a million different sounds to work with because it's too overwhelming. And here's the other thing. There's so much of the same stuff out here, and I struggle with perfectionism. Before I get on these videos, I make sure that my video is lined up in the middle and, it's just right. And, I want to break away from that perfectionism. I don't want to be perfect. I want to be close to perfect, but I don't want to be perfect because me as a human, I can never get nothing perfect. I cannot get what I am trying to get, what I am trying to work on and show people. I cannot get it perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. And there's other artists like Dr. Dre. He's a perfectionist. And there's a lot of other people that are perfectionists. Excuse me. And I don't want to do that no more, because when I'm trying to be a perfectionist and I'm seeing myself going for this perfection, it stops me from creating. It stops me from putting something out and just showing what it is that I did. And I noticed lately, people want to see the mistakes with people. People want to see people fail and learn from the failure. And they're looking for originality. They're looking for things that is not so, like old movies. Like The Thing, when they made the creature with the spider legs, and when his head came off and it turned into a spider, and the way that they did it then, that's what people want now. They want the original stuff. They don't want these effects in these movies and stuff because they know that it's fake. They know that it's computer generated. And I'm not saying that some computer generation stuff can't work, but too much is too much. You know, and I realized this over time. Every time I try to make a beat, when I try to make an instrumental, when I add too much stuff, it's just too much. It overwhelms my brain and it overwhelms what I'm going for. And when I just do a simple beat with, you know, a melody on top of it that is something, you know, a cool melody and all that, I don't have so much confusion, and it seems like it always comes out better all the time. So this is why I'm telling you, if you're somebody like me and you are like, I gotta get this perfect and I have to do this thing just right, you will procrastinate and you will never put nothing out. And you know what? I can't even be a hypocrite and lie to you. I have a lot of music right now, and I have a lot of stuff that I still haven't even put out because I'm thinking it has to be perfect. And, you know, yes, I will put time into making my stuff sound good, you know, as good as I can maybe get it humanly possible. But being perfect is absolutely different. It means you're going to keep trying to get it better and trying to make it work and looking for another sound that sounds better than the sound you're already using. And you just keep going and you never put nothing out and no one ever hears nothing. And that's what I'm telling myself this right now, because I will be putting something out, but I have been procrastinating for a long time, a very long time. And I wasted years of trying to get things perfect and procrastinating and saying, oh, I can make it better than this. And every time I try to make it better, it seems to get worse. Instead of me just leaving it original and saying, okay, that sounds pretty good, I'll leave it at that. I always mess with it and do something else, you know? So this is just for all the creators, is if you over time get this less is more concept in your head, you will be able to create originality and stuff that you just create to create, you know? We're just doing too much and we have way too much stuff to work with. It's just overwhelming. I see so much gear. There's so much music gear to decide on and to get. And then the next thing comes out. And then another thing comes out. And it's like there's things from 30 years ago that I could use and make something great out of. And I haven't even got to those things yet, you know? And then here we are in 2020. And there is so much stuff. It's just too much for a creator like me and anyone else who's watching. It's just way too much stuff. And I am thankful for, I have an Electribe 2, and I have a Roland JDXI, and I have a Boss RC505 5-track loop recorder. And I have FL Studio on my computer, which I haven't been using hardly at all. I do have a lot of beats on there, but I'm not a software guy. I'm not a DAW guy. I'm a hardware guy. And these things, no, they don't have the greatest sounds. And it's not, a lot of the sounds are not my type of sounds that I like using, but they taught me a lot about music, and I do have some things that is pretty good in my opinion. And, you know, but it's not what I particularly want. And in the future, I'm going for to get better sounds and better drums and effects and other things. But in the meantime, I have enough here to create with. See, I keep thinking that I need all this professional gear and I need all these other things to make things better. And that is a complete lie. You do not need professional gear to make great music. You can make great music with cheap gear. Very cheap gear you can make great music with. I have a microphone that my buddy gave me, and I'm using that, and I have for the pop filter, I don't even have a pop filter. I have a head thing, the tight black head things that African males put over their head. I forget what it's called. One of them black head wrap things. I have that over my microphone, and I use that as a filter. You see, there's ways to be creative about this. You don't need to buy $100 or $200 pop filter. Put like a sock or two over your microphone. It's like there's ways to get around from buying this expensive gear. And I'm not saying that this cheap gear is the best quality. I'm not saying that it's the best sound, but you can learn a lot from these. I learned so much stuff from these drum machines. I owned about 5 or 6 drum machines in my life. My first one was a Zoom RT323, a see-through blue drum machine. And then I had a Boss Dr. Groove 202. That thing had this sound effect on it, a roll sound effect. It was the best sound effect I ever heard. If you ever see, it's orange and black. It's Boss Dr. Groove 202, and they have another little box called Boss Dr. Rhythm 202, I think. And this thing has some of the best effects that I ever heard, Boss. And if you're interested, maybe look into that. The sound, the effects on there, it makes your sound really crunchy and full and thick and nice and clear. And then I had a SB, Street Kangs SB246 drum machine, which I had a lot of beats on there, but it broke. It was already damaged before my cousin gave it to me. And then I got an Akai XR20, which I have 100 beats on there, but it's messed up. The volume button's messed up on it, so it's in my drawer here. And then I got my Electribe 2 here, the synth drum machine version. And then I got my Roland JDXI over here, which I won't get rid of that. I might get rid of the Electribe, but I won't get rid of the Roland JDXI because there's drum kits on there. They give you all of the TR-808 drum kits. They give you all of the TR-909, the CR-78, EDM kits, and all kinds of stuff. So I won't get rid of that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just making this video you can be as creative as you want to be if you just put the time in and do it. Don't think about it, just do it and make the best out of your situation. I would rather have cheaper gear and gear that has mediocre sounds that I can make better than to have these really, really, really great sounds and so many of them. Because I can do more when I have less stuff. When I have more, it's too overwhelming for me. So, and I just want to let everybody know this. If you got this far in the video, I'm going to have different parts on my channel where I talk about different stuff. I'm to the point now where that's what I'm going to start doing. When I get to that and I get in a roll, I'm going to be doing that more often. And I will still do my talks on my channel. But, there's going to be different parts because I don't want to make 2 channels. I don't know if I should, but I really don't want to make 2 channels because it's just too confusing for me. And I'm a guy, if I'm not organized, my head's all over the place. So anyway, look forward to something coming out. I just got to put something out. I got 2 things that I put out, but that was just me experimenting and just putting something out. It was just little clips. I got my poems, I have the design, and I have 2020, The Chaotic Going, Born to Die, and then I have In the Land of the Lost, and I have I forget what the other one's called that I have. It's another music video, but I can't remember it right now. There's 2 on there. Anyway, it's just me experimenting because I want to get out of this perfectionism that I'm in. That's why I just want to do something and put it out. No matter if people think it sucks, if people think it's mediocre, I don't care. I just want to get it out. That's my first step, is doing that. I already did my first step. I just want to do what I do and just do it. I don't want to think about it. And there's too many of us, we're thinking about it so much. Like me, I'm thinking about it too much. And it's never going to get me nowhere, I don't have an eternity to do this stuff. I'm 34, I'm about to be 35, another 10, 20 years, I'm going to be up there. I don't have long to do this. I don't have long to, do my art and really get into it like I want to. So that's why I want to do it now, So I should have did this 20 some years ago and I didn't. And I'm experimenting right now with myself because I've been in fear for so long of what other people would think about if I was me and I did what I really do. But you know what? Them days are over. I'm just doing what I do now. And I would like to think you would do the same for you. Do what you do. Whatever you like to do, do it. What are we holding back on? That's what I tell myself. What am I holding back on with this? So that's just a quick video for creators. I know it's nothing important, but just remind yourself that things do not have to be perfect because they'll never be perfect. And everybody has a different opinion on what you put out. What you may not like, somebody else might like. What you love, someone else might not like at all. It's all a matter of taste. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The person that might think one thing is beautiful, the next person might think is ugly. So it is what it is with that, So thanks for watching. I have more videos on the way. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you would like to donate anything to me or this channel, for this channel, I'll leave a link in the description. It's paypal.me/NateClassics. I might change that name. That was my name before, but I might change it to, SBN Lifestyle or Natural Nate. I don't know what my name is going to be here in the future. Like I said, I'm experimenting. I don't want to have an identity, but I want to come up with something that relates just to me as a human and me being an artist. That's it. I don't want no other identity or labels. So it's just experimentation, It's all it is. And I think a lot of us, we hold back on that. We hold back on experimenting because we're so scared of what other people will think and what other people will say. And this is one of my problems for so long, is I've been thinking and worrying about what other people will think about my creations. And that's not what I do it for. It's just expression. It's all it is. It's just me expressing myself. So do that too. Express yourself. What else can we do as humans? So anyway, thank you. SBN Lifestyle. I'll talk with y'all in a little bit.